Hello Taurus, welcome to your July 2019 He Said, She Said reading. Thank you for joining us. My name is Michelle.
My name is Richard.
Doing a He Said, She Said reading for you today, Taurus. I'll be reading as you. Richard will be reading as the person that you've been dealing with or that you're focusing on here in July. Depending on how you identify, either side could resonate, so please keep that in mind. Taurus, let's get started with your oracle cards. From Shadows and Light, you've pulled the card of Ghosts of the Past. Now this speaks of the past returning for a time. I feel that this is returning to the past in order to see things a different way, in order to get closure and in order to be able to move on. You'll see this girl here, she's at a masquerade ball and she's taken off the mask. So I can't help but feel that it is about someone taking off the mask here and seeing beneath. Perhaps something that you didn't see before. And Richard has pulled from the Dark Goddess Oracle the card of Medusa.
So Medusa, it's about appearance, and she is the archetypal narcissist of Greek origin. So we're looking, I think, at an overall energy of narcissism around this reading.
Yeah, we both got cards speaking about narcissism. So we'll see where this goes for you, Taurus. At the bottom of the deck, I have you as the King of Pentacles. So let's get started with your reading. I'll cut these cards. Now, if this reading doesn't resonate with you, we have situational tarot, and those are called Soul for Repair. They're done in the He Said, She Said style, so if you enjoy this, you might want to check those out as well. And those are available under the Soul for Repair playlist on my channel. They're situational tarot, which means that they're not sign dependent. So if you're not dealing or you haven't dealt with a narcissist, or you don't feel like you could be potentially in the future, go and check those readings out. One of those may fit better in your circumstances. Okay, let's get started. I want to start with the status of this relationship. How you feel about this person, Taurus. The strengths between you, or the strengths of this situation is more how I see that. The weakness of this situation. What you should continue to do, what you should stop doing here, and what is the likely outcome.
I'm going to lay down the same cards here, Taurus. Status of the relationship. How this person feels about you, Taurus. Strengths, weaknesses. What this person should keep doing, what they should stop doing, and the outcome if nothing changes.
Let's take a look at the current energy here. Devil in reverse. So you're trying to free yourself of a very unhealthy relationship. I feel that there has been somewhat of an obsessional energy around this, holding on to something that was very toxic, not being able to let it go, perhaps because you didn't see it for what it truly was, or there was something veiled, something hidden underneath here that looked on the surface of appearance there as to be wonderful, something that you really wanted, but turned out to be quite the opposite of that. You know, I see this as freedom. I see it as liberating yourself from the chains that bind. And it's very much a dark energy that I'm feeling around this situation with this person.
All right, so looking over here at status of the relationship, we have the Lovers. It's a card of Gemini, but it does indicate there was a love relationship, or currently is a love relationship. But if there currently is one, it's toxic.
Let's take a look and see how you are feeling about this person. The Two of Wands in reverse, so there's a lot of indecision here. I feel it has a lot to do with being drawn. I get lust. I get a lot of passionate energy here, fiery energy around this. And I feel that in the past you made a decision based on that feeling. Very obsessional quality. Oftentimes we can tell a toxic relationship from a mature relationship from how we feel at the outset. If we feel that obsessional pull to something and it has something amiss with it, just something a little bit off, maybe a little bit too intense, that's when we can often realize, or at least subconsciously, that maybe what we're getting into here is something that will ultimately be bad for us, yet we do it anyway because it's a very strong, very passionate energy, very intense, but the intensity of a toxic relationship never lasts. And that's how you can tell the difference between a immature relationship and something that is going to stand the test of time. When something is easy, something is natural, feels organic, doesn't have that intensity, but there is more a feeling of love and acceptance, that's when there is that chance at having something that is for for a long time. I get it as an energy of peace, of calm, but this is a toxic energy, and I feel that there's still this kind of draw around that, a feeling here of should I or shouldn't I?
Yeah, just to piggyback on that, the other way that you can tell one of these kinds of relationships is if you find you're doing things that are against your values. All right, so let's look at over here how this person feels about you, Taurus, and we have the five of wands in reverse. So it seems like this person may want to make peace.
Let's take a look and see what the strengths are of this situation. Now, the Two of Cups in reverse is coming up as the strength, which tells me that it's not a true love connection. And that's a good thing. I feel it's very, very much more of an addictive quality to this.
The other thing is that it's the relationship's over is another thing that Two of Cups in reverse could be signifying.
Absolutely.
It could go either way though, and we'll see as we go through the reading which way that is.
Right.
All right, so looking over here at this strength, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's about karma. I like this energy, I really do. Because, Taurus, I get the sense this is you. I get the sense this is a narcissist you've been dealing with. And this Wheel of Fortune in the upright tells me that someone is going to get theirs.
It's a cycle, I feel. Something coming back around again.
Yeah,
oftentimes, if we don't learn the lesson the first time, something will come back around for a short time, I feel, just to give us that little jolt that we need.
Yeah, it's like Michelle was talking about with this Ghost to the Past card, saying that something was going to come back around to basically remove the mask from this person, to help you see what you were actually dealing with in the moment then, in context, so that you can move forward with your life. Yeah,
because while you're still stuck in thinking that this obsessional energy here was love, that's the problem. But the strength here is seeing it not as love anymore. So that's how I'm seeing this energy go. Now, the weakness here is the High Priestess. So I'm picking this up as two things. I feel that the other person there has a lot of an air of the unattainable. They may have made this themselves by doing that push-pull thing, going away, coming back, the whole narcissism, discard and then coming back again when it suits them. It's an air of attraction, an air of seduction and mystery around this.
But it's coming up as the weakness.
That's the weakness, seeing this person still as not having this being fully revealed, still being unknown, the unknown portion, the mask here, if you will. That is coming up as the weak point. So I see this going one of two ways, and it depends on how it pans out for you, Taurus. Either you're going to finally be able to see the reality of the situation and realize it wasn't love and be able to move on, or you're still going to be clouded in this mystery, something not being revealed to you. Now, the funny thing about the High Priestess is that it doesn't reveal all to us. It reveals things to us, information that we need at the right time. So it may be something coming back around here, the past returning for a time, in order for you to get this information.
But it may not be that as well. It's also possible that just through genuine intuition on your own part,
yes,
you come to your own realization.
Yes, absolutely.
I know nobody wants to hear that,
right?
But that's you'll know it when you'll know it when you know it. Then nobody wants to hear, but they'll know it when they know it. But
you're right.
You're
absolutely right.
That is the energy behind the card, though, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at the weakness for this person over here. We have the Emperor. I'm getting the sense this is a relationship that has broken apart, and the weakness here is their current partner. I think this is their current partner, who could be an Aries or just somebody who is actually a decent person, somebody who is an authority figure, possibly somebody who has their life together. But it's coming up here as the weakness for this person, because I get the sense that they don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate goodness in other people.
Let's take a look and see what you should continue to do in this situation, Taurus. So for you, it's focusing on your own happiness.
You're getting that 10 of Cups.
What's going to make you ultimately happy? And I'm picking that up as more an emotional fulfillment, rather than something that is intense, yes, exciting, yes, but ultimately not something that's going to give you that 10 of Cups.
All right, so looking over here at what this person should keep doing, and we have the 7 of Swords. I'm really getting the sense that I think if you think back to this relationship, I'm going to say it's over at this point. This is probably how it ended. With the 7 of Swords, with this person sneaking off with somebody else, not revealing everything that was supposed to be revealed to you, Taurus. I don't think this person here or anyone like them is watching tarot.
No.
These kinds of people tend not to. So I feel pretty confident that I'm talking here to somebody who's dealt with a narcissist. So we're looking here at the 7 of Swords. This person escaped. They escaped this relationship, and I say that escaped in air quotes, if you will, just because they were looking for an out.
It's kind of, I often see the 7 of Swords as someone who goes under the cover of darkness, wearing that mask. It's like a burglar, isn't it?
Yes.
Someone who burgles under cover of burglarizes rather under the cover of darkness. So it's kind of like stealing something, stealing something.
Well, Taurus, I feel like they did steal something from you. They stole. They stole probably. They probably stole your innocence. And when I say innocence, I mean
trust.
The thing is that especially when you're dealing with a narcissist for the very first time, you've never dealt with a narcissist before, this kind of experience can be incredibly jarring.
Because you don't realize that the people out there like this until you get involved with them.
Because if you're not a narcissist, you can't think like they do.
No.
So you can't appreciate those kinds of thought processes and the way they make their choices.
Let's see what you should stop doing here, Taurus. We've got the 3 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel that there is an energy here of reliving or keeping yourself in this state of heartbreak or sorrow, pain. For you, it seems to be this not knowing. If we see the High Priestess here, this not knowing what direction to go in is causing this for you to stay in this grief or this pain. I'm picking that up as pain, and there's a need for you. I'm picking up as acceptance of 2 things. Acceptance of an ending will help you move on, and I also see it as accepting who this person was really behind the mask.
Yeah, because I know what Michelle's saying that about having your rose-coloured glasses on, only remembering the good.
Well, remembering this bit, really.
Yeah, the obsession. Yeah, remembering
that intensity, because it is very intense. A narcissist will always give you what you want. And if you are someone who wants that intensity, oh my goodness, they will give it to you in spades, because they know.
At least for a time, until they they just can't give anymore, and they want to go with somebody else.
The thing is, they tend to wear out easily, and they can't keep up the show for very long.
Yeah, they get fatigued.
They do.
What happens?
They get. It's very tiring walking around wearing this mask. Very tiring, and I feel that when they get tired and they have to take that mask off, they don't want anyone around.
Yes, if anybody's actually unlucky enough to be married to or in a long-term relationship with a narcissist, one thing they'll probably tell you is that they have that mask on all day while they're at work, and when they get home they have nothing left to give the person that they're with.
Yeah, they're an empty shell basically once they get home, and it's like you're talking to no one. It is emptiness there, because the person that they are during the day to others, to their work colleagues, to people around them, the people that they're trying to impress, they're not there anymore. They don't have the show, they don't have the audience. And you're just there, and especially if you're a marriage partner, they know that you're there. They tend to take advantage of that fact, and they feel that you're not going anywhere, and so they don't feel like they need to try.
Yeah, just to clarify here, folks, when we talk about things that people should keep doing and stop doing, we're not talking about what's for the higher good here.
Not for that person.
Not for this person, no. What we're talking about here is what's in their own best interest, and that's what's meant here by the Seven of Swords.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at what this person should stop doing. Well,
yeah.
The Three of Cups in reverse, or they should stop engaging in third-party situations. Well, that's for their own good, apparently.
Let's take a look and see what the outcome is here for you. The Knight of Cups in reverse, and I love that, because I feel that if this person's coming forward with an opportunity to be a third party, perhaps because they've become bored with this Emperor.
Yeah, but he's down here as the weakness.
You're going to say no. I get this as a rejection of a proposal, and I don't mean a marriage proposal. For some of you it may be. For some of you, you may be rejecting that, but I feel it's more a proposal as, well, can I say, sneaking around behind their current partner's back.
That's right.
You're going to say no, thank you very much, but the thing is, once this is revealed to you, this person's true nature, and that they're cheating on this person, or they want to cheat, I feel that this is going to bring about this knowledge. The past returning. It's someone that you had a very intense time with. They're returning to you with more of the same, but this time I feel you're seeing it for what it is.
Yes, and seeing behind the mask.
Yeah.
Right, and this could allow you to move on from this whole obsessional situation. All right, so look over here. We've got in the outcome the Three of Wands. You know, with the Seven of Swords here, the best course of action for this person is going to be to continue their current pattern. And you know, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here as their strength. So I see that as a pattern type situation where they're going to end up probably cheating on this person and going and finding something new.
So Taurus, we'll see where this goes in part 2. We'll be clarifying everything here, going in depth. Be about another 30 to 40 minute reading, and I hope that you join us there if this is resonating. The link will be below in the descriptions box. It'll be the first link in the box. So if this is something that you are feeling pulled towards, then please join us there. If we don't see you there, then we wish you all the very best, Taurus. And if you'd like a personal reading with Richard and I, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Wishing you the best with this, Taurus.
Thank you, Taurus. Goodbye and good luck.